Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Derek Brent here, Strike7Sports.com. And I just want to talk about the recent news that has resurfaced with the Deshaun Watson trade rumors once again. Um, this time it appears to have some wings, some life to it. This time, some legs. This time, some maybe some action could get involved, could get going with it. Some actual movement this time. According to John McClain of Houston Chronicle, he was the first, like one of the first ones to break the news today that the Texans could be in talks with a few teams to move Deshaun Watson before the trade line, or at the trade deadline going forward. Now, the teams that are interested in Watson are the Carolina Panthers is one of them, and the Miami Dolphins. Now, it first started off with it was the Miami Dolphins and Carolina Panthers being interested in Deshaun Watson. It will first start off with the Miami Dolphins, my bad, being interested in Deshaun Watson. That was the initial report that came out earlier in the afternoon. Now, the Carolina Panthers have came into the conversation. Now, the Panthers have been involved in this conversation for a while now. They already have a real aggressive owner who wants to win now, who's ready to put Carolina, ready to do what it takes to get Carolina into the conversation of being a Super Bowl contender. I'm assuming they already made moves to get Stephon Gilmore out of New England. They got C.J. Henderson out of Jacksonville, so they have two solid corners on the team right now. The guy J.C. Horn was is out right now with an injury. Christian McCaffrey is on IR right now, and from what I'm hearing, what I've read so far is that the team is going to evaluate how Sam Darnold perform over these next few games to determine if they're going to go ahead and make the move for Deshaun Watson going forward to add to the team. Now, with Watson, he has the lawsuits going on off the field. That still has not been cleared up. But I'm assuming that something is about to go down with that situation. Because the teams, I'm just me personally, I wouldn't touch Watson until that stuff was cleared up. Even though he's a football player, he has a lot of wealth, he and a lot of you know, resources to get the best legal team out there. It could still go against the Chargers could still go against him, and it could go the other way, the opposite way of what he wants it to be. That's just me. I will be safe about this, but these teams must know something to be really aggressive about a guy that could be going to jail and possibly suspended for the season. Now, for Miami, this is really up to me. This is really about the team regretting that they missed out on drafting Justin Herbert, who is currently playing for the LA Chargers right now, having a stellar season, an MVP type season. He was the first round. Dolphins had a chance to draft him last year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. First round pick. He went to the Chargers. The Dolphins got Tua, Tagovailoa, and the way the team is put together, man, it's just me. It's just kind of like just throw a bunch of free agents together, man. That probably don't fit what they want to do. Tua is not. I don't know if there's the report is that I listened to this in a Twitter space by a person that account that's very in tune of what is going on with the situation, and they were stating that a lot of people inside the Miami Dolphins compound, their facility, are not all in on Tua. They're not big on Tua. They don't want Tua. There's heard some talk about they may have conflict between Chris Greer and Brian Flores, the Dolphins' head coach, of how the roster is constructed, and both of them could be on the hot seat The owner, Stephen Ross, is disappointed right now. Their team is 1-5, and they they're willing to go out and do what they have to do, according to this report I read today from ProFootballNetwork.com. Dolphins are in win now mode and those are not concerned about draft capital. So you can go ahead and do that, man, but it could be costly, man. It's just, I mean, how soon can Watson get back to playing? Team is 1-5 right now. 1-5 is not out of the realm of possibility for a playoff push. You gotta start winning some games. You gotta start stringing up. You gotta start winning a couple games to get back into the fold, to the mix, at least a wild card spot. Because the AFC East, the winning that division is out of reach right now. I just think it's out of reach. I don't think Buffalo is gonna come crashing back to earth. And also, is there going to be any disciplinary moves by the league once everything is cleared up due to Watson's conduct or whatever? So, the Dolphins. I mean, the Dolphins got the capital. They go on. Hearing that Houston wants 3 first rounders, if I'm not mistaken, 3 first rounders. So that's that. But I'm going to read this little excerpt from Pro Football Network. Miami Dolphins owner Stephen Ross is in win now mode. According to PFN insider Tony Pauline, both Flores and general manager Chris Greer are on the hot seat and could be in danger of losing their jobs. Flores was once viewed as one of the NFL's premier young coaches. He seemingly had the Dolphins in place to succeed for the long haul. But now he's seen by some in the NFL as another example of ripe fruit from the Bill Belichick tree going rotten. Per Pauline, these sources point to other former New England assistants such as Eric Mangini, Bill O'Brien, and to a lesser extent Joe Judge, coaches who have shown promise before but fizzling out. Regardless of that, Bill O'Brien had a pretty good resume as a head coach. Got the Texans to the playoffs, made them relevant. Just made a lot of bad in-game decisions on that. Meanwhile, sources tell Pauline that there are people inside the Miami organization who feel that Tua Tagovailoa is not the answer at quarterback. To rub salt into the wound, Paul is told that some members of the franchise have already given up on the second-year quarterback, and the situation gets worse each week when they see the results of Justin Herbert. Like I said, Justin Herbert. So this is what it's mainly about, in my opinion. It's about Justin Herbert being really good, and the Dolphins, people within the Dolphins organization, having regrets about that pick, regrets about taking Tua. So that's what it's mainly about. If Tua would have performed well, didn't get hurt, had some good games, good outings, if they were all in on Tua as a franchise, they wouldn't be talking about this. But it's about Justin Herbert having buyer's remorse for not taking Justin Herbert and drafting Tua at the time. As for Carolina, their owner, Dave Tepper, wants to win. That's what it's about. Dave Tepper is very aggressive. A very aggressive owner. And my takeaway from that is he needs to be careful. I understand that he has been a successful businessman, gained his wealth, generated his millions from his businesses and all that, but this is different, man. This is an NFL franchise, a billion-dollar entity, and it takes time to put together a winning product. You can't. It's ain't like the NBA. Even in the NBA, it takes time and all that, but you can't. I mean, you gotta make sure the pieces fit around Watson, and you gotta make sure you manage the salary cap with his team. Because I think you got Christian McCaffrey right now who's battling injuries. Ever since last season. So he has to be careful with this situation going forward. That's when he's a very aggressive owner, and he doesn't have patience. To me, he got rid of Teddy Bridgewater last year. You got Sam Darnold, and you may be ready to move on from him after just I think Carolina played 5, 6 games this year. So and they're going through a little rut right now. They're 3-3, fighting for a playoff spot. But we just gotta see how everything's gonna play out with this situation. There's just a lot of layers to this. It's a lot of it. I read another recent report I just read and say that this everything that went down today is everything that went down today went down, but don't expect anything to come out of it going forward. That was the second report I read today. But we have to see how everything play out. Me personally, like I said, I wouldn't touch Watson until everything is cleared up. That's just me, how I see it. I don't care how much resources he has, how much money he has to get the resources to help him out in regards to the legal situation. I will wait, and then once everything is cleared up, then I will see what the league is gonna do. If I make a move by then, depending on where I'm at in the playoffs, I wouldn't even play Deshaun Watson. I'll just put him on the shelf, wait for next season, reload my team, my roster. So that's how I see it. But anyways, man, that's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how y'all feel. Would you make a move for Deshaun Watson despite what's going on off the field? And also, how much would you give up to acquire Deshaun Watson if you was an NFL general manager? Also in the description box below, check out strike7sports.com for latest content on the NFL, the NBA, and much more. Have a blessed day. Peace.